Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in today's short video, I'm going to be doing an updated review of Aloy, who is a free character that we got in 2.1 for PS4 and PS5 players, and free for everyone on other platforms, mobile, PC, tablet, and and computer, basically, for 2.2, which is the current one. So I already previously did videos for Aloy, but I noticed that she's one of my earlier review ones, and I did not actually showcase using her. But of course, she would have been used in other videos, just not as a focus of those videos. So today's video is really just to actually give an official review for her and also show using her. So I won't make this too long because obviously everyone knows about her already, but this is just to make it more complete in terms of my channel. So yeah, before we begin, make sure that you guys are subscribed, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and leave me comments and questions. So are you guys enjoying using Aloy? She is a free 5-star Cryo character. Obviously, she's from a collaboration from the PS exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn series. I think that they had another one, Horizon West, I believe, that's new. I don't play those games, so I don't know, but I am playing on PS5 Genshin Impact. And yeah, I don't know much about her storyline or whatnot. I kind of have an idea, but anyway, yeah, she's like a hunter, but in like a weird world where it's kind of like a mixture of mechanical, but also kind of reverted back to prehistorical, yeah, kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, so for me though, overall, and I've already said this in my previous videos, and I'm sure you guys already know too, she's basically, although she's free and she's 5-star ranked, she's basically like a 4-star character. She's basically on the same level as our Traveler, either Ether or Illumine. They're 5-star characters, yes, but they're actually like their damage levels and multipliers and their skill sets are usually just putting them at a 4-star situation. Of course, that does not mean that they're horrible. It means that you can still level them up, build them up, etc. It just also means that, you know, if you have other options, you may not want to build too much onto these characters and or spend too much resources. So without further ado, let's get into her build. So I have been using her, and she's on my she's on several of my teams, and I'm trying to build up her companionship, as you can see. So I have been using her. Again, her attack's not like super high. Her stats are not super high, but you know, she doesn't have high crit rate or anything like that. But I don't need her to crit because she's not going to be on the field very much. I just throw. She's a quick swap character for me, basically. Yeah. So crit rate 45, crit damage 75, energy recharge 151. She does not need energy recharge high at all, but it's good to have. This is the resistance is just because of the team that I'm on, so don't pay attention to that. She has cryo damage bonus 75. That's what I built her with. Weapon-wise, currently she's rocking this Rust, which was she inherited from Yoimiya and Child, because I got them their 5-star weapons, as you guys may have recalled from previous videos if you have been following me. So after I got the Polar Star, I returned the Thundering Pulse, which was on Child, back to Yoimiya, and Yoimiya was rocking the Rust, which was from Child, but then because of this reason, it just kept playing musical chairs and pushing all these weapons around. So Aloy, because I'm currently using her, I just put her with the Rust, although I don't actually use her normal attack, so it doesn't really matter. It's like a placeholder, right? You know, I didn't build her for Elemental Mastery, so she would be useless with this, with Wind Bloom Ode or Stringless, and I don't crit with her, so she would be useless with the Black Cliff as well. So I just gave her the Rust because that's just there. And she doesn't, I don't use her E that much, but her E is there for some minor damage, but you could technically give her the Sacrificial Bowl if you wanted to, or the Favonius. Again, she doesn't have energy recharge issues because her burst cost is really low. The other thing is the Predator Bow, this comes with her, and I've already talked about this in my previous original review of her, but this bow is crap. I'm just going to make that very clear. You can only keep it at level 1 refinement, as you can see in the little card of it. The box is like a square box around the number 1, just like these 5s, you know? Because when it's like a 1 like this, it's dark, like a black number 1, but when it's like I guess you can call that a gold color or like highlighted color. That means that there's only that one refine for it, in case you guys didn't know, right? So see, these ones have a 1, but it's in a black square at the top left corner of that box, whereas this is a gold color, which is similar to these 5-star R5 ones, right? So anyway, so this is crap, and also this bow only gives you the passive when you're on the PlayStation Network, meaning that you have to play from a PlayStation 4 or 5. Also, because it is only, like I said, an R1, it can easily be outclassed by any other weapon. It's nothing special. I won't spend too much time on it, but it is talking about normal and charge attack. Easily, you could, you know, again, the Rust would beat this already, right? You know, And for those of you who have Amos Bow, like again, that's also a normal and charge attack. Also, there's the craftable, the Hama Yumi, which I don't have, but that's also a similar type of situation. So any one of those bows could be better for her. Now, if you do use her and you do like using her, then yes, definitely consider getting her. Maybe if you do crit with her, then maybe the Black Cliff is a good one. It's currently in the Paimon shop. I've already done a video about that for this month. Also, like if you really, really, really do like her, you could consider maybe if you do use her normal attack, you could consider Amos for her as well. Or I'm not sure if you would want to give her the Thundering Pulse or the Polar Star because those are more specific. Yeah, and then in addition, like if you build her with some more Elemental Mastery, I could see her being okay with Stringless and Wind Boom Ode. But I'll be honest with you, she's a quick swap character and she's kind of a support character, despite the fact that they made her into kind of a DPS kind of role. But no, unfortunately, I don't believe in that. So that's just my opinion. But anyway, I don't think so. Okay, artifact wise, she has variable, flexible builds. You could do a 4-piece Blizzard Stray on her because really they're all shooting at her. You're using her for her cryo basically. But for me, I only had 2, and similar to my 4-star characters, I'm just giving her whatever leftover pieces I had. I did not farm specifically for her, and I do not plan to in the future. And similarly, as you can see, they're only like 16. They're not even all 20. The 20s may be inherited from other characters. That's all. So yeah. So I'm just gonna quickly go over them. So because, she is technically an attacker, so I gave her the attack percentage. I did want the cryo bonus here, and I did give her the crit rate, but this is an inherited piece, that's why. But not because I really care if she crits or not, but it's like it's a piece that no one else is using right now, so whatnot. It's fine. She doesn't have any constellations, as we already know. So maybe in the future they left this here maybe as a placeholder for that. Maybe somehow in the future they're actually going to give her a storyline. She had a web event recently. When I did the original video, she didn't have any event, so at least she has a web event. There's also that ongoing, or there was an ongoing online event where they were asking for fan art to make comics for her, which is fine. I would still like an official story event, just like any of the other 5-star characters, like these guys. You know how like they have an official event, or you can just give a hangout event to her too. That's fine. I don't care. Just give her an actual event, because right now, based on her demo trailer, she dropped into the Genshin Impact world. Okay, fine. But then like, well, let's actually get her to meet the Traveler. Like, how all these other characters have met the Traveler along the way, right? Yeah, technically Aloy has not met the Traveler officially in the game, right? So like, come on, let's get a storyline going. I would be interested. Also, the other thing that really annoyed me, and I mentioned this in the other videos already, is that she shares La Senora pieces because she came in this update 2.2, or 2.1 for me actually, sorry, because I'm on PS, but 2.1 and 2.2, and that was when Raiden Shogun came out, and Kujo Sara, and Kokomi, right? So then, like, she basically is sharing these pieces with them. Again, that is really annoying for many people because, no, first of all, she may have some potential, but no one's going to spend the last Senora pieces on her, honestly. They're going to give it all to Raiden Shogun and possibly Kujo Sara and any future characters and not her. They wouldn't even give it to Toma, to be honest with you. So, yeah, give me 1 sec here. I'm just going to quickly take a quick sip of water. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so then so now that we're on her talents, I don't use her for her normal attack, but it is there. It's okay. Like it's kind of fast, but it's not like strong or anything, but it's there. So I did level up to 6, but I wouldn't recommend it if you don't plan to use it. Perfect. Okay, so for the E, this is the one where she throws out these little ice balls, snowballs, and basically the unfortunate part is the snowballs don't do damage unless the enemy steps onto them. And they're similar to Klee's bombs, etc. So you will need some kind of grouping mechanism, such as an animal character, to kind of group them together if you want to get them to hit the enemy. In addition, she has this stacking mechanism called coils. Long story short, here I'm not going to read it, but long story short, it's not easy to like proc this bonus, let's call it, and this stacking mechanism. So usually that's why most people don't care for this either. And the damage isn't even high. This one is just where she shoots like a burst of, ice, basically an ice bomb. And this is basically, in my opinion, the majority of her damage. If you were to level up her talents, you should focus on this only. Unless you do use her as a DPS, then maybe you can do her normal attack and her E as well. But definitely you should just focus on this one. And just build her for cryo, okay? And because of the fact that she's not going to be on the field that much, there's another reason why I wouldn't give her a 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, because Four-piece Blizzard Strayer basically implies that if she's going to be on the field, of course, if you use her that way, then she can do reactions and get the crit rate and all that stuff, bonuses. But in her case, she's not going to. That's why I didn't bother. And so I just gave her like leftover gladiator pieces, etc. Right? I can see her doing okay. Let me see with what other pieces are there. Let me just quickly go back here. I'm just gonna quickly grab one random. Okay, she won't need the emblem set because she doesn't have energy recharge issues. She could do well with the Wanderer set actually, if you want to build Elemental Mastery and give her the bonus for the 4-piece because she is a bow user after all. I don't think that she needs Shimenawa, but even if you can give her the 2-piece set, it's the same as the Gladiator set. That's fine. Again, because her 4-piece set is focused on the elemental skill, and she's not really known for that. Let's call it. Let's see. What else can she do? I think Gladiator, yeah. So she's actually very simple to build because there aren't that many options for her. I'm just quickly scrolling down because I can't remember all the names. Okay, yeah, so that's that. Okay, so then hopefully they'll give her a storyline. They'll give her some constellations that we can collect, just like the Traveler maybe in the future. That'd be great. Talent-wise, just focus on the burst. This one, it's about coiling, okay? You just get more attack. This one is just when you get that rushing ice state, which is like a bonus from the coil thing. Again, I'm focusing on this in a really simplistic way. It's not going to really happen, and I don't really care for it, and I'm not going to bank on it. The other thing that I think that she is useful for, and I did a few simple videos, which was really weird, was that she doesn't show up in the Serenity pot under certain circumstances, so you check that out where she couldn't do it, but she can help you go and kill fowls and other animals, which I use because I do that doggy daily quest where I do 10 feeding the dog in Inazuma, so I can get the companionship and some small rewards for more Mystic Ore and Heroes Wit. So do check that out. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about already, so that's fine. Okay, so without further ado, let's just go into it. So we're gonna fight this boss. Now she won't be able to kill it on her own, so we're just gonna break the shield first. Hang on, let me just do that so that I am shielded. Okay, I didn't have enough water here. Okay, whatever. So let's just try to do it this way then. So she is easy to generate like energy and such. Okay, I'm just trying to break the shield. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, like, she's okay. Like, she can, pair up really well and stuff. There's nothing special here. She's not doing anything more, like, magical. Yeah, so I would pair her with Kazuha so that then, then those little ice bomb things would be there, right? And then, like, as you saw, she did shoot this out earlier, but I'll just shoot out now, even though it's dead already. But it's not going to do a lot of damage, but definitely it's fast, because her overall, oops, sorry. Her overall, burst here is actually really small, really cheap energy cost. It's only 40. It's one of the lowest in the game, right? And the cooldown is not like super great right over, but then yeah, the skill damage multiplies 500%, which is okay. So if you were to level this up, and if you were finished leveling up your Raiden Shogun, like myself, which I haven't triple crowned her yet, but I've double crowned her and I brought her normal tech to 9, then maybe if you are going to spend your last Senora pieces elsewhere, then you can spend it maybe on her. There are, who else is there? There's Kuchosara and there's Toma currently, right? That use last Senora pieces. I personally I don't have Toma, so I can't spend it there. And I also don't really like Kuchosara, so I'm not going to spend it there either. Although buffing Kuchosara could be beneficial because she would buff your team. So anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video or found it kind of interesting at least. I don't think that she's that great of a character, but she is free and she is a 5-star level and she has potential for the future. And let's just see if the developers give her constellations, a storyline, and maybe help buff her up somehow, or if we can get like better pieces for her, then maybe, right? But realistically, she has no other purpose other than a quick swap situation, in my opinion. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one, and actually in the next video, I will be talking about a Kujo Sara updated review as well. So stay tuned for that next one. Thank you.